Hey, what's happening, everybody? Anthony Conklin coming to you live from 95 here in Connecticut, heading southbound back to the house after 2 days at an amazing seminar. Met some really great people. It was called the GTM Solar Summit. Had an opportunity to meet some of my constituents, meet fellow executives, leaders, and entrepreneurs in the renewable energy space. And I have to tell you, it was probably the first time in a couple of years where we actually sat down and had productive conversations. I would call them even transparent conversations. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, is having a transparent conversation. What does it mean to you to have transparency in your life, to have transparency in a discussion, or have transparency in a relationship? Now, the scientific term for transparency means you're able to see the actions of others or see the actions on the other side of something, which is transparent, which is something you can see through. I know that sounds like I'm kind of regurgitating the meaning of the word, but transparency means you're able to see through something. So whether you're able to see through a person, see through a piece of glass, see through somebody's actions or their intentions, transparency is something that I think we don't do enough of. I think most of us spend a lot of our time behind this brick wall or this cement wall or this opaque view of life, hoping that people don't see you for who you are. And the most important thing for you to do is have people see who you are. Why is that important? Because transparency does one thing and one thing really well. It builds trust. And how do you build trust? By being trustworthy. How do you become trustworthy? Well, you're transparent. How do you become transparent? By sharing what you really feel about a situation, sharing about what's going on with you and what you want to get out of a meeting or what you want to get out of a conversation, but it's also just sharing your authenticity about what you're all about. Now, I don't take authenticity lightly. Authenticity is just being your genuine self, being, saying what you mean and meaning what you say. So transparency is sort of the first step in you building a relationship with someone or building trust in someone. How many times, let me ask you guys, how many times you've been in a situation where you're speaking to someone and you just don't get that feeling that they're really being truthful, they're really giving you the straight answer, they're really giving you just sort of half an answer? Well, you know what they're doing? They're not being transparent. And transparency, again, is the foundation for building trusting relationships. It's also the foundation of building successful relationships. Do you ever notice when you reach out and speak to an influencer or speak to somebody who is in a place that you want to be at, whether it be an executive level or an entrepreneurial level, whether it be in financial space or a community space, when you get them on a one-on-one conversation, they're immediately transparent to you. I had the fortunate opportunity of meeting Gerard Butler, the actor in the movie 300. I met him at Tony Robbins UPW. And the first thing I thought was, let me go say hi to this guy. We're sitting in the same section. I walked over to him and I reached my arm out to him and I shook his hand and I said, Gerard, I want you to know I really enjoyed your movies. And he pulled me in and he said to me in my ear, he goes, Anthony, you're a pretty incredible dancer. I didn't realize he was watching me dance on stage over at the UPW Tony Robbins event. And I go, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I said, you've accomplished so much in your life. You're such an amazing success. He pulled me even closer and he looked at me and he said with that heavy Scottish brogue, he goes, Anthony, I'm a regular guy just like you. I got the same feelings going on just like you. I'm a normal person just like you. Now that is ultimate transparency. He was able to share with me something that was so unexpected, but so real. And what did that do? That made me completely think differently about him. He's not just this untouchable mega superstar. He's not this untouchable movie star or untouchable person that you can't have a conversation with. Now listen, I'm not going to say I have conversations with a guy like Gerard Butler or Tony Robbins or Warren Buffett every single day, but when you get a chance to meet with somebody and you want to build immediate trust, you want to engender trust so quickly, think about how important it is to be transparent. Guys, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. My name is Anthony Conklin. I'm a keynote speaker. I'm also an executive leader and a sales leader in the renewable energy space. You can find me at anthonyjconklin.com. I'd love to come speak to your organization about passion, purpose, and building a bridge called why. Remember, you have greatness within you. You do. You know you do. It's time for you to live that purpose. And that's not hyperbole. That's real stuff. Listen to real people, real stories, be authentic, be transparent, and watch how cool life can be. I love you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.